WrestleFriends! WrestleFriends podcast!
WrestleFriends Mini!
It's really good how you're doing that.
WrestleFriends Mini! I want to make a WrestleFriends Mini theme song.
But making it sound really not annoying like that.
WrestleFriends Mini! Got worse there, more annoying.
Mini friends, I love you.
What we're looking at, guys.
You do it, tired man.
You're the composer.
I'm so
Words,
tired.
wrestle words that, like,
Yeah.
people who like
Terms.
wrestling use.
Slang, language. Any enclosed community will develop.
Do they do
its
this
own
in other
language.
sports? I'm not a big sports fan.
Not as much as wrestling. So I think it originates from the old days of kayfabe, in inverted commas, where the wrestlers, if they were discussing things and they're out in public, would use their own carny language.
Yeah.
To so your average punter wouldn't.
But not average punters not.
But average, and that's
That
gone on,
makes sense.
and then you'll be standing at North Wrestling drinking your beer, and there'll be people standing beside you talking about kayfabe and all this crap, and I'm just wondering, it's so annoying. Number one, the wrestlers will hate you for using that language.
I say stuff sometimes. I'm having another whisper because whispers.
So just a little interjection, just in case you're thinking, wow, Mark sounds depressed as fuck.
I'm not.
So, I don't know if you ever remember that podcast that we did where you was so, this is, we have done this right after that, so he is actually feeling enthusiastic, but he sounds so...
I'm just tired. My son woke us up early this morning, what can I say?
How early?
Dad talk.
What?
How early?
I think it was 6:30 today.
I think.
6:30. So...
I got about 7 myself, man. Get
Let's
myself.
That's
go.
not that
So
early, really.
these are just a handful. There was hundreds more. So I'm gonna say it. And I'll say it in context, and then you guys can.
Guess what it is?
Or
Can
you'll
you tell
probably
what
know.
it is yet?
Angle.
Kid.
That angle between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns has gone on for a long time.
Story.
Story now.
Yeah.
Babyface.
Good guy.
Daniel Bryan is a big babyface.
I hate that one.
Babyface.
Someone-
A face.
Someone's got a really smooth face.
Why do you hate? Why do you hate?
I don't even mind face, but baby face?
Well, that's where it comes from, isn't it? Face. Comes
But
from
baby face? Like, why? Why not just something else?
Why not just good guy?
Uh-huh.
Well, no, because baby face is like when you have a baby face, like an actual baby's face, it's cute and you're like, oh, and you support it.
But they're not cute. Doesn't matter if they're good or not, they're not
I
cute.
know, but this came from God knows how long ago. It's not come from Randy Orton the other day.
I fucking hate that one.
So blading.
Cutting yourself in a match.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do a sentence because that's it.
He bladed him.
Blading is used often in hardcore matches.
Or films with Wesley Snipes.
Blade. You don't like that practice, do you? You think it's stupid?
I think
So
it's
does
anyone
Vince.
who cuts themselves with a blade's a fucking moron.
Austin
Probably-
and Rock did it in WrestleMania 17, the biggest.
Probably a lot of your favourite wrestlers have.
Fucking morons, all of them.
Oh,
The Rock's a moron.
that's the end of the reference podcast forever.
I did it for The Rock.
Blown spot.
The one that's gone wrong? Spot
yeah.
that's gone wrong?
Samoa Joe was involved in a blown spot.
Is that not
That's
also
the
a
worst.
botched move?
Yeah, a botched move, yeah.
You're the worst at context.
Yeah, I know.
Samoa Joe blew a spot.
Blow off.
Blew a spot.
The
Crikey.
the blow off for Ciampa and Gargano was magnificent.
End of the match?
End of a feud.
End of a feud, yeah.
Where's that way?
You threw us off because that feud hasn't ended yet, but then I realised we're not talking about the characters in your sentences.
We're just using a
We're just
sentence.
using it as a
He's
thing.
just really bad at examples.
Uh-huh.
I'm tired. It's making us tired of having to think of them.
And he's talking about blowing in every sentence now.
Blowing
Blow.
spots.
And blow-offs.
The book or the booker.
The man who makes the
Agent.
matches.
Man who makes the matches.
JR
Just
done it for a while, didn't he?
JR was the booker. Dusty Rhodes was the booker.
That's
the sentence I'm using.
JR was the talent and relations as well.
Head of talent relations.
How many times has JR been sacked?
3, I think.
He's been sacked again, hasn't he?
I would say he's been sacked about 50 times.
That sounded more like
Side
somebody
face?
else.
I don't know, I'm just trying to do a side face.
Are you mocking his Bell's palsy?
Yes, I am.
Remember when he disappeared with that for ages and Paul Heyman came?
He's got a good podcast.
That was me.
JR, I like JR's. I like listening to JR's voice. I think it's very comforting.
It's wrestling, isn't it?
You know when you listen to
Every
JR,
good
it's
match you
like,
saw as a kid had his voice.
yeah, it's comforting.
Botch.
Botch move again.
Messed
I've already
something
done
up.
that one.
But you don't like. You could say that the
World
cutting-
of Sport Wrestling is an utter botch.
the cutting from the production truck was botched.
It's a mess
So
up.
like it could be any. Whereas like blowing
Production-
spot is particularly a move where botch could be like the time when Booker T said the N word in a promo was a big botch.
Should have been blown something.
Trumpets. A bump.
When you hurt yourself, like the actual impact from the
A move,
From
yeah.
the
So um,
It's usually like a big high spot move.
Dolph Ziggler bumps like a boss.
he does.
Uh,
It's like how they take it, innit? Because like some people take bumps well and some people don't take bumps well.
yeah.
Ziggler does, whereas who doesn't?
The Rock did took the best
Let
stuff.
him over the top.
I think
He
he made it a thing, didn't he?
He
Like
made the
always
stunner
sort of
look
like
he made the stunner look like it was the best move ever.
Burial. No Way Jose's whole career has been one long burial.
So if you keep burying someone, you're poo-pooing their career.
Destroying a wrestler standing with the fans through losses.
Yeah, okay.
I'll take that.
It's like Triple H buries whoever he beats.
Everyone.
Sting.
No, so the fans would say that Triple H buries everybody that he wrestles, which is not true at all.
Wrong. How many WrestleMania matches has he won recently?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
But like that, he does have the reputation for burying people. The business.
The business.
Yeah.
It's the business.
The business,
It's wrestling.
isn't it? Wrestling. On the whole.
Triple H says this business a lot.
Professional sports entertainment.
The Biz Clays.
It's not
The
wrestling.
biz quiz. Calling.
Ooh. Call on the match, so like announcers.
So they call the match.
Yeah.
Or wrestlers in the ring. So
Call the
Brock
shots.
Lesnar and Braun Strowman called the match backstage or called the match throughout. So it's like deciding what you're doing as you're going or beforehand.
No, I've never heard that one much.
Card.
I've heard that before. Where like Cena would call a match because he's the
veteran.
He's the vet, so he'd call a match. But then there would be times where like Cena would let like Kevin Owens call the match to give him the experience.
Well, I've never heard that one.
Card.
Card is the match card, isn't it? Like who's on the card?
SummerSlam has a fantastic match card.
I think cards.
Is card not used for
Card's
sports?
used a
though,
lot,
like,
yeah.
Cards are an American thing. It's cards what they use for
So this goes back.
lineup.
This
Yeah.
goes back to what Fraser was saying. To carry.
So like
That's carry
someone's
two. That's the second one.
carrying someone through a match would be like AJ Styles carried John Cena through the whole match.
Or like John Cena
Made someone look good.
John Cena carried the Great Kelly to a passable encounter.
I was watching the Great Khali.
It's
the
what
other
people
day.
like AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan do. Most
Better
of their
wrestler
lives.
directing new wrestler or rubbish wrestler through match. Clean finish.
Like we've been carrying you through this
Yeah,
podcast.
fucking hell, yeah. A clean finish. The match ended with a clean
A
finish.
clean 1, 2, 3. No
No disruptions.
Winning without other
No scandals.
circumstances.
No shenanigans.
Dark match.
That's a match that happens off TV, isn't it?
You're the most childish person in the world. Yeah. No Way Jose wrestled in the dark match
Before Raw.
before.
After Raw.
Yeah, off TV.
Dirt sheet.
Dirt sheet.
Yeah.
Like a press thing? Like
So
an article.
yeah, so
I've heard that.
JR's website is considered by the wrestlers as a dirt sheet. Dave Meltzer's website,
like,
but it's negative term used by wrestlers because they don't like.
They don't agree with it or something.
Or they just don't like the fact that that it's covered as a real medium by these people because they still upkeep one of the other words we'll use.
For sure.
Dusty finish. That match finished with a dusty finish.
Is that like a finish where you're a bit like, ooh?
Reverse.
not just. More so like a finish where you've been like, oh, that shouldn't have
We
finished like
decided this week on Raw to use the dusty finish.
Not a very good finish.
Reversing babyface victory because of circumstance to get heat. Popularised by Dusty Rhodes in the NWA and WCW in the 80s and 90s.
I like that one.
So like that's what they call it. You know what happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
The fall.
So I like the fallout from something that's happened. Like,
But American
Daniel Bryan took the fall in the match.
oh, the pin.
The decision that ends the match. False finish. Roman Reigns is involved in lots of false finishes.
where you think that the match is over and it's not.
Yeah.
Finishers not getting used effectively.
Yeah, uses of 20 spears. A kicked out pinfall attempt from what should be a match winning move.
Yeah.
Feud.
Rivalry.
The Gargano and Ciampa are having a fantastic feud.
Yes.
Finish.
I've got fleas, man. I want to see it. Look at that. There's another one.
I've got.
They must be
fleas.
on you then, because that was new.
They're not on us.
You just
They
gotta
don't
stop,
live on people.
You just gotta stop itching, and then the bitching will stop.
Finish.
That's the finish.
What was the finish of the match?
What was the outcome?
Yeah, who was involved in the finish of the match?
We say these things sometimes without even noticing.
I know.
So you're saying they annoy you, but you say that.
I'm full of self-loathing and hate.
No, I hate myself.
Finisher.
I love myself.
Yeah,
Finisher.
finishing move.
Yeah.
Finishing move. The
Rob-
final move.
John Cena
Last
is getting
Raw.
a new finisher.
Chinese one.
Foreign object.
Hammer. Something from outside the ring that's not meant to be in the match.
Chopsticks.
The Sandman. The Sandman used
Kendo stick.
That's gonna be
a foreign object, but it's a funny old saying, that one, isn't it? Because it's suggesting that they are using something that shouldn't be there, therefore it's bad. So they use the word foreign, which usually it pertains to
But
people.
you do it with doctors as well, don't you? If you get something like a foreign body stuck
foreign
in
body.
you, like stuck in.
I thought you were going to
somewhere.
say sometimes I get a foreign doctor.
No.
Yeah, like
I don't think there's anything wrong with the terminology because it works across every.
you can use
foreign doctor.
You can use foreign in context of not people.
Whisper. Yeah.
These are yummy.
Gas. On the gas.
Talking.
Fraser has not been gassing me.
So let's think of somebody. Brock Lesnar has been caught on the gas.
Drugs. Not
Steroids.
Hello.
Yeah. Roids, or how much stamina a wrestler does or doesn't have, i.e. gassed. So
That
the
makes
Great
more
Khali
sense,
gets gassed easily
Yeah.
in a match.
Whereas Shawn Michaels, it doesn't.
Yeah. But Brock Lesnar was on the gas, i.e. roids.
Cool. Double mean. Love it.
Didn't know that one either.
2 gig. Jimmy Havoc gigs lots of times in his matches.
Gig.
He plays the guitar.
So it's the word used to cut with the blade.
Oh, right.
Gigging.
No.
Gigging.
I've never heard that.
Did you just find these on a website?
No, I know. I didn't use any that I didn't know.
I know these because I'm special.
I'm tired.
Special one.
No mocking, I'm tired.
So I'm going to mock even more now.
Don't mock me. I'm tired.
Gimmick.
Mock Jiggo over there.
IRS had a humorous gimmick
Take your character you're playing it.
character.
Yeah.
Glorified jobber. No Way Jose is a glorified jobber. Zack Ryder is a glorified
So that's
jobber.
a regular
Someone that loses all the time but is an actual mainstay on the roster.
Yeah.
Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah. Loses to the stars but has a gimmick.
Yeah. Not just someone that no one knows the name of.
Yeah. Like I love those guys though when they get that little graphic of the bar and it's like Bobby Williams.
I always would like to know because obviously usually
from the 90s ones were the best.
Because
the shittest
but
people.
you usually see them like they're already in the ring, aren't they? By the time you see them, I want to know what music they come out to and what on the Titantron. Whether
I think they just come out with all of the refs and the like timekeepers and stuff.
I love it when you see old matches of like someone who's like big against someone who then later on was big. So you see like matches with like the Young Bucks. Where,
like Mick Foley did it a few times. Like British Bulldog knocked his teeth out. Like that's why he's got no teeth.
Yeah.
He was because like the Bulldogs were like known, like Dynamite Kid and British Bulldog were known for like taking jobbers and like just actually hurting them in squash matches, and you knock Mick Foley's teeth out.
What a dick!
It's actually on YouTube. I was watching it. It's amusing in the context of where Mick Foley goes in his career.
Yeah.
What we'll do, right? Going into business for yourself.
Going off script.
Going against the management.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of a example of when it's happened, but it's like if somebody will like, I bet you CM Punk did it a lot.
Brian, going against the management, was going into business for himself.
JR said it about one of the women.
But it's not. But it's a like a not. Like you've been told to lose the match and you don't. Like going into you've been told not to say this on the microphone and you do.
JR said it about one of the women the other day, and I can't remember who it was. Someone on Raw went into business for herself and he wasn't happy about it, but I can't remember who it was.
I've just put not cooperating with management, like you said.
Tasty, love it.
Going over. So we have been discussing who it will be going over at SummerSlam.
So like if you win, you go over someone, don't you? Like
so winning the match is going over.
Or like Cena, if he's fighting a young up and comer, he could put them over by letting them win the match without complaining.
What about getting told as are they over right now? Like a fan.
Right, over's different, but the same. Because like someone is over, Kevin Owens is over.
Best example, Rusev.
Rusev was over
as hell, but he's not going over.
Yeah. So it's the word over.
So
if you were using normal English, but it's a wrestling term.
Business for himself. I'm just trying to.
But they, honestly, I stand and like at I stand at like when we go to shows and I hear people talking about this and I'm like, just say fans or people.
That's what you get for going to shows.
I think when we do it, right,
I'm only too drunk.
I've got an excuse when we do it. We do it in a funny way, so it's fine.
Yeah, we're funny.
What if they think they're funny?
They're not.
They're not. They're full on serious.
I know, but he's not funny, Jim.
There are guys who's like no.
You know who I mean.
I know who you mean, and they're annoying, and they talk about like no one that listens to this, by the way.
What? Who does?
What? No, there might be somebody who comes to North that does listen to this because we've told them to, or we've asked them to. None of them. You don't annoy me.
So the gorilla position, so you find out what you need to do at the gorilla position.
That's a WWE thing only though, isn't it? Because most of them don't have gorilla positions.
Well, they've started calling them like the Joey position or whatever on Impact because it's Joey Mercury.
Yeah. It's the bit just behind the curtain before they go out.
And it's because it was Gorilla Monsoon who was there.
But I recently found on also another Jericho podcast that they didn't have a gorilla position in WCW. It was just haywire.
Well, they didn't have any organisation. That's why despite being run by multi-millionaires, they managed to fail.
There was just no plan.
That's why you need to be run by wrestling.
Because they were saying, because this was another thing. Sorry, just a sidetrack. Jericho on the Bischoff thing, the podcast thing, was saying how Bischoff like really wanted to get Jericho and sign him and stuff. So he went to one of his live events to sign him and was like, hey, and then left before Jericho's match even came on.
Really?
So they were saying like those times where Bischoff didn't even know what was happening on a WCW show because he was too busy doing stuff.
Yeah.
So they didn't have a gorilla position, which is why it all went to shit because no one knew what the hell was going on.
That must have been like a big thing. We're going off topic.
Yeah,
that's fine.
We should go to business.
Lars just went into business
Lars
for
Sullivan
ourselves.
is green.
He's
new, fresh, new,
ugly. Ogreish,
inexperienced.
Too green go out to the main roster.
But I've heard people use the term in
that
real life
on building sites.
Yeah, he's
about
green.
Apprentices and stuff like that.
So I think that's an accept worldwide term. But I think it's very like heavily used in wrestling.
Wrestling.
someone was hit by the ladder and was hard weighed.
Don't know who you're talking about.
Hurt badly.
So the opposite of blading, being cut by legitimate means.
Right, so accidental.
Hard weighed. It was they were hard weighed on the ring post.
It was like what they were saying in the Austin Bret Hart match, that they didn't want to blade, but they bladed, so they said it was hard weighed.
Yeah, they pretended.
And afterwards, Vince was like, "Was that hard weighed?" And they were like, "Yeah, but it wasn't."
Because they used to get
They
fined.
they went into business for themselves again.
Exactly.
Fucking tying them all together.
It's a good way.
I just keep
But
using the same one every time.
somebody who's not tired has to do stuff like that, so it's
I can't
entertaining.
remember any of the ones he said other than the same one.
Um,
I should go into business for myself, shouldn't I, with this
Should.
podcast?
Roman Reigns gets the wrong kind of heat,
Oh, that's like
Also heat.
crowd heat in it, like the reaction.
but negative reaction from the crowd. But there's different types. There's positive heat. There's negative
Yeah.
heat. There's like the heat you don't want to have. You can have Triple H and CM Punk had heat in the back,
Yeah.
Backstage heat.
backstage heat.
Just
so
it's just reaction.
That was the thing on this podcast at one point, remember?
hot, you got it.
Hot. Ooh, you got it.
Heel.
Bad guy.
Kevin Owens is a good heel. High spot.
Flippy thing off the top rope, wasn't it?
The
move.
Ricochet is known for his high spots.
And his sockless loafers.
He wears socks now and stuff.
Does he?
Ever
I think he listens to you.
ever since that.
He has a good
promo,
one.
He stopped not having that.
I still hate him forever.
Okay, you too.
They have had to hot shot the Gargano and Ciampa match at
Hurried
TakeOver.
it up?
So not letting a feud build, doing a match too quickly.
Right.
Cool. Cool.
The wrestlers were concerned about the house.
The arena?
Money taken in ticket sales.
Wow.
The house was good tonight, brother.
Okay.
I don't know why I did that in a little bit of a...
Oh yeah, brother.
It's the first time I've seen you smiling about.
Oh yeah.
Because I got to use a brother. I attended the house show.
House show is just like
House shows in non-TV sort of like
yeah,
show,
Non-televised.
where they can kind of and the wrestlers can have a bit of fun.
Dolph Ziggler often jerks the curtain.
He wanks on a curtain.
I don't know.
Curtain jerker, first match of the card.
All right, just to get the crowd ready, get
Yeah.
them going. That's why
It is important to have good wrestling jerk the curtain.
Never
Does
heard
sound a
that, but
bit
it sounds
like-
terrific.
Bad.
Rusev did the job.
He got beat.
He lost. Job.
All the time.
That goes on to jobber.
He's in a mixed tag match. Isn't
Zack Ryder is a jobber.
Someone who loses all the time.
Billy Williams is a jobber.
Just go into business for themselves.
he? They should.
This is the most annoying one that I hear the most often. The wrestlers in the restaurant kept kayfabe by sitting in different chairs.
So that's like making out like it's real, innit? Like
Yeah.
Showing wrestling is real.
you
Bro.
all know it's not.
Overused. I only like it when people use it in a humorous context.
Where they take the piss out of the term itself.
Yeah.
Do you not think like if you're in the biz you could use it, but like people like us?
No, but
shouldn't use
everybody
it, like-
who's like YouTube channels and that I watch who are in the business,
They talk
who
about
use it, they use it in like a
Serious way.
a funny way.
Oh,
Otherwise, I'd be like, "What you doing?"
so where did it come from? Did it come from a wrestler called kayfabe?
I think it's an old carny term, kayfabe. So you're talking without people knowing what you're talking about.
Cool.
Let's keep kayfabe, brother. Every time I do it, it sounds a bit
Yeah,
like one of
Jamaican,
the
yeah, like
You're saying brother?
brother.
You
No,
said
but
it
like
with
one
teeth.
of like it's
Like
how
brother.
it's how Conor
Brother.
Reeves, the finest Conor Reeves would say it. Like the Islanders say it that way.
I
don't
stopped
they?
listening to him, so I don't know what he says.
bruv.
Sup?
We should do like that, shouldn't we?
Daniel Bryan
Brother.
kicked out
Brother.
of the pinfall.
Kicked out of the pinfall.
Count 1, 2, 3.
And kicked out.
Kicking out, getting out.
Oh,
of the
kick
pin.
out. I didn't know what the term was. You just said a sentence, and I had to guess what you meant.
Can you tell what it is yet?
Some wrestling fans are marks.
Oh,
They're
they're the
boring,
annoying people, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like Mark Jacobs.
No, like marks are the good ones. Believing wrestling is real, forgetting that it's real because you are emotionally invested. People who boo the heels, who like cheer the baby faces, who like enjoy it, don't try and be like over.
So why does Christian call everyone a fucking mark all the
I
time?
thought
Because
marks
he's
were
a
something.
dick.
I thought marks were like people who are like a bit snobby about wrestling.
They're smocks.
Oh god. Right.
Oh, Christian.
No, I think Christian does it like, oh, they don't know what we're talking about, them fucking marks. Like,
Yeah, right.
but he's doing it in a funny way because he's funny.
He's hilarious.
Mouthpiece. Paul Heyman is a fantastic mouthpiece.
Someone
yeah,
someone
like
good on
someone
the
to
mic.
talk.
Someone who talks on the wrestler's behalf, but could be a wrestler.
Paul Heyman could be a wrestler.
Wrestling. AJ Styles is a night off.
It's easy to work with.
Wrestling someone who is easy to work with.
Thanks, Smog.
Nice. Smarky Marky.
Thanks, Smog.
Braun Strowman is known to no sell in his matches.
He doesn't make things look good and realistic.
Like it's like if someone does a big move on you and you just get back up.
Yeah, so like
Brock
Hulk-
Lesnar.
Like,
yeah, Road Warrior Hulk used to do it all the time. He used to get pile driven and just stand up straight away.
Hulk Hogan.
Sometimes, yeah.
Leo Rush is big example
Does he?
recently
Oh, right.
on that thing because he
Yeah, there was-
totally sold a move, didn't he?
He knows. So he was wrestling Joey Janela before he signed for WWE, and he took off. You know those massive ladders that the Hardys use in there.
Yeah.
He took a Death Valley driver from the top of a ladder through a table, one of those ladders, and then just stood up. Which was like, and there was loads of stuff online about it because people were like,
I don't think anyone's
"That's
ever done that.
killing the biz,"
Killing the business.
Kayfabe.
which is another one.
Alive.
We've already done over.
This is over.
Pipe bomb.
When
That-
they
that-
tell a bit of truth
CM Punk dropped a pipe bomb.
and break the fourth wall. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
I don't know
promo
what
mixed
wall it is.
with real life feelings and like insider knowledge, I guess.
That was a good pipe bomb that by CM Punk.
Is
wasn't
that breaking kayfabe as well?
Yeah, breaks kayfabe.
Tying them all together.
it? And you go into business
Go
with
to
yourself
business
at
with
the
yourself
same.
there, like.
You do.
Nicholas was a plant.
Someone that's like it's been planned, but they pretend that it's not.
Yeah, it's like they did it with Santino Marella in Italy when he like won the Intercontinental Championship. And they
I've
just
been
pulled him
watching
out
some CM Punk. What are they called? What's it called?
His little group.
His little
His
group.
faction.
Straight Edge Society.
Yeah, so I thought I'd watch a bit of that before I fell out with them. So I started watching SmackDown, you know, when they started getting people out of the crowd and shaving their heads and stuff
potential
like
of
that.
that was
So you must
unreal.
have you must have literally like fell out with them yesterday.
Yeah.
Because you
I actually made it this morning.
Did you watch it
message-
after you fell out with him? You were like, I've fallen out with him.
Yeah, 'cause you messaged-
No, I
try
think
and
I
make
fell out
friends.
with CM Punk after I watched this, but I'm going to probably continue to watch the SmackDowns because it was a short period of time. It was
last
over,
night. You
wasn't
told
it?
us you were watching the straight edge stuff.
The timeline's not important. All I'm saying is I've been watching a bit of that, right? And there was lots of plans in that, wasn't there? Getting
There
the
was.
head shaved and that.
There, that's a perfect example of the plan.
Perfect example. I have fell out with him, yes.
The pop when Daniel Bryan
Crowd
returned was
reaction.
amazing.
Loud crowd reaction.
If a wrestler's inexperienced, you might get the odd potato.
Shit.
Irish.
To be if somebody hits you properly by accident.
Yeah.
And then if somebody potatoes you, you then give them the receipt, which
So-
is
The return to say don't do that.
oh, you hit
Sammy
them back,
Callahan,
potato.
Eddie Edwards.
Yeah.
The best one was when Braun did it to Brock recently,
And
and
just-
then
they
Brock,
just lamped him.
Brock just said slow the fuck down and then smashed him in the rib.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
I vaguely remember.
That was the Brock Lesnar Braun Strowman is a perfect example of
That was
potato.
it was amazing because even as a fan you saw that happen. I didn't even have to hear about that. You could
vaguely
see
remember that.
because he caught him with someone stiff and he saw Brock do this and he went and apparently he said slow the fuck down and then full on hit him in the ribs and Braun went as if like and I was like that's the first time I've ever seen Braun sell. I was like
Steady on.
Roman Reigns is protected in his booking.
he has a bubble around him, a force field.
Though it's
Star
made
Trek
him
style.
look strong, even if he gets beat.
Yeah. Dolph Ziggler regularly puts people over,
It makes them look good.
makes them look good. So doesn't you can say you put someone over and you don't necessarily have to have lost or won.
You just
It's
make
just
them look stronger.
make them look good.
He's a steady hand sort of like guy who the new people come. Well, he was at one point. He seems to be getting a lot of wins now, but he's the type of person.
Going back to what
I think it's because he's putting over Drew McIntyre, to be honest.
going back to what we were talking about.
Nice.
I think it was on the main episode of the day. It's like John Cena put over Kevin Owens in their initial feud. Now Kevin Owens didn't win every match, but John Cena still made him look like a world beater.
He won 2-1 though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Owens, I think.
No, Cena won 2-1.
Oh, did he?
But it was irrelevant. Like, it was already in your head. This is somebody who's massive.
Because no one knew who he was. The crowd gave him a big pop though, didn't they, as well?
Cena puts people over all the time at the minute. I can't remember the last time Cena won a match.
Yeah. It's good.
Can you?
Doesn't need to. Tommaso Ciampa is getting a huge push on NXT.
They're giving him like a big direction from the management. They put him to the top.
Booked momentum.
That's a good way to say it.
I didn't realise I had another 2 pages of this. We'll just leave it after this.
Well, sum them up. We'll say some good ones. We've still got. No, actually, we haven't got that much time.
We could do a second part. Kayfabe 2. Just keep it.
Yeah.
Not Kayfabe 2. Kayfabe 2.
Kayfabe 2, but I'm going to have to go soon.
Well, that was a WrestleFriends mini on
WrestleFriends mini.
wrestling language. I had twice as many of them, so we'll do another one.
God,
Nice.
I bet you're excited, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice.